important. These satellite controllers have to get charged for high-tech stalking. And their activities, they tried to call me somebody else to slander my character. They tried to steal the identity of my parents. They tried to steal my identity. These government people, and these people are using political organizations to do these things. These people tried to steal my mother and father's estates. They tried to call me somebody else's child. And it's a hate crime for them to be messing with my teeth. I've always taken good care of my teeth. Always ate the right foods. Always, drank the right milk and beverages and soft drinks or, things like that. Which does not cause damage to my teeth at all. Drinking milk and juices or whichever. But in reference to the activity of the satellite man, there are people trying to damage teeth, trying to make up sugar shit or whatever. Well, I'm kind of hypoglycemic, which means sugar would never cause damage to my teeth. As every Italian and Jew and European or Catholic would know that information in reference to hypoglycemia. And basic information. So in reference to the satellite man, because I'm going to be big. My daddy was over 9 feet tall. My mother was like 7 feet tall. You guys know that, right? And these government people always trying to make me short all the damn time. Plus my grandfather on my father's side was really tall. And my grandfather on my mother's side was getting taller, of course, back in the days. Long story of history. Plus, these government people trying to play this game, they're trying to steal my identity. These government agents that are playing these games damaging my teeth. See, they tried to say, they thought you were a German or they thought you were a Christian. No, I'm not a German and I'm not a Christian. I'm Jewish and Catholic. They'll say, your teeth don't fit their race of ethnicity. That's because I'm not their race or ethnicity. You know what I mean? These people, every time I got kidnapped from California, every time I got kidnapped from New York or North Carolina, plus when I was a little boy, there were situations of people trying to kidnap me from Chicago when I was there with my mother and father back in the day when I was little. Chicago courthouse or the police station over there probably has records of it in reference to my mother and father's mansions in Chicago back in the day. See, these government people are trying to play these tricks with their manipulations, and they're trying to play games like they don't know what the royal protocol in the media is. And they're always trying to tuck my upper lip. Like they're trying to play bulldog games. My upper lip is swollen, and they've damaged it. There's pictures of they swelled it up here, right here underneath the nose. It's swollen all the way across here. And this psycho man that's playing these games has to get prosecuted. They're not from my family. They're not my friends. They're not on my mother and father's family tree. They're not associated friends or uncles or aunts, any of these satellite controllers. None of them are. And these government branches of people, there was people in the government, I guess they tried to claim that they thought I was one of their children. When anybody in government that ever had met me or ever saw me was when my mother and father was alive. And these government people playing these games, it's bullshit. And they're trying to alter videos to try to steal my identity. These government people are. Then they tried to put somebody else's criminal past on my identity. When my identity is documented in the royal protocol, because it's a documentation of my birth certificate and who my parents are and who I am, 24 hours a day. And these government people have tried, it says on the documents, it says, don't even try to impersonate me. But these government people are trying to get plastic surgery to steal my face, to try to steal my identity. It's attempted murder. And they're trying to use videos, and they're trying to make videos to try to alter things that are mentioned in the videos. And they got people trying to steal my identity. When I worked in California at jobs, when I've been in the media or in sports or whatever, these government people have tried to steal my identity by blocking me from my mother and father's mansions. Royal protocol's in the media. 24 hours a day. And these people are trying to steal my privileges, is what these government people are trying to do. Somebody knows exactly which government people are doing it. Somebody knows exactly what location they're doing it from. And there is government documents of my identity that people in government are trying to change into somebody else's identity. These government people are trying to play this game, and my identity is documented in the media, and it's documented at the Treasury, and at the Supreme Court, and other places. And these people in government are trying to they messed my mouth. They tried to alter documents that are copywritten in government, which prevents government from altering government records of my identity and my parents' identity and family tree. So these government people trying to play this game, whoever those people are, they are violating the laws and protection laws that are in government to stop government from altering documents and stealing identities. And the government trying to play these games is treason. It's violations of international law too, because I'm known in Italy and France and England and other countries. So in reference to these government people trying to alter information in America and then trying to steal my postal mail, or they're trying to steal my identity, all their activities is fraud. All their activities is criminal activity. Kind of hard to hold the camera right there. Okay. So in reference to these government people and all their tricks, their activities is fraud. It's right there too. So in reference to everything they're trying to do, everything they're trying to say, they're in government and they're trying to alter documents that are copywritten in government that I'm the owner of. And the Treasury has copies of the copyrights too, meaning they know who I am and it can't be altered. But these government people are trying to alter those documents to try to steal my identity with people that had plastic surgery that tried to steal my identity with illegal use and misuse of records, where they tried to steal pictures of me, they tried to steal my dental records, they tried to alter dental records, they tried to steal my DNA, they tried to alter their DNA, and then they tried to claim that they were me. As if they didn't think I had friends or people that knew who I am. These government people just thought they'd hold me hostage and pretend like I didn't exist. And then their government agent would try to go around and try to be friends with my friends. And this government agent man is trying to fool people, trying to claim that he went to Beverly Hills schools when I went to Beverly Hills schools, elementary, junior high, and high school Beverly schools. Beverly Hills High School, Beverly Hills Elementary, Beverly Hills, elementary, junior high, and high school. Plus, I went to UCLA, too. These government people that are bad think they're going to fool everybody. The Royal Protocol's in the media. It is there, and it tells you, if you're in government and you try to steal my identity, you must be impeached. If you are trying to hurt me from any government location or any business location or any location, they have to be prosecuted. No matter what their reputation is. They might have been one of the politicians that everybody thought was so wonderful, which usually the thieves and con artists that are trying to steal from me, most people think they're so wonderful because they're liars and they're all in on it. What happens to the bad people? I'm trying to go home to my mother and father's mansions. There's police records and Treasury records of me getting kidnapped from my mother and father's mansions. And I'm not from Indiana. Royal Protocol tells you I'm not from Indiana. But all the other cities and states need to come over here to Indiana and ask these satellite controllers what they're trying to do. They've damaged my teeth. My teeth are copywritten in other cities and states and in other countries. and in England and France and Italy and some other places. But these government people in Indiana thought they would try to damage my teeth to steal my identity. That's treason. So these government people thought they'd play their game of trying to steal my wealthy identity and tried to make me look like a poor boy, or tried to call me a junkie or a bad person. My education's on record. My accomplishments are on record. And then some other government man is trying to, I'm not government, some government man is trying to steal my identity? Who do they think they are? They're trying to steal movies or that me and my mother worked on, or my mother and I worked on, or history of me and my mother and father in Hollywood and in Europe and other places. I'm not from Indiana. And the Royal Protocol's been there in the media since I was born, before they ever made the Greenfield document. But if people have sent me things under the name Mark Ray, I didn't receive them. There's some other person going by the name Mark Ray that's stealing all the postal mail in reference to any monies or checks or gifts. And in reference to some celebrities that are Jewish, they know I'm Jewish and Catholic, Jewish acknowledgments, or Catholic acknowledgments. And they've stolen all the Hanukkah Christmas presents that I was supposed to have received. They stole all the Christmas presents. These people are trying to steal my trust funds, my mother and father's property, and they're in government doing this, and the government got charged for the murder of my parents and the hostage situation of the government holding my parents hostage when they were attacking my father, or when they were attacking me and my mother. The government got charged, but the government has never paid the lawsuits, not even one. Because I would have moved to a different city, or I'd went home to my mother and father's mansions. They've not even paid me even one penny of the lawsuits. Somebody might say, say the ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. That's point of information. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These government people trying to play these games of their abuses and their crimes, and then they're trying to call me, like for instance, the bad person. These people in government have tried to abuse me. There's records from the 80s of these men trying to murder me. And they have records of their identities and who they are and what administration of government their people was working for. And my mother had court cases against those different government branches. So in reference to the government pretending like they didn't know anything, those are on record. Those are public record. They're supposed to be public record. These people wanted to cover up the court cases that my mother had against them because their government agents wanted to try to save their reputation. No. This has been going on since the 80s at different times, what these government people have tried to do. So do you think covering up their identities or them trying to protect their reputation back in the 80s was anything good? No, obviously not. They murdered my mother in 93. They held my mother hostage. They've injured me, these government people. Because they were trying to steal land. They were trying to steal my mother and father's companies. These government people that did all these things, trying to murder me, they murdered my father and they murdered my mother. They held my parents hostage, these government people. And they've been holding me hostage, burning me from satellite. And there's satellite restrictions. It says they're not allowed to be looking at my face from a satellite or my teeth. And then they burn you to try to make you bitch and complain about government. They burn you to make you have to complain about government. Then some government freak that works for some administration tries to call you the bad person, when they're the ones burning you from a satellite. That's, them burning me from a satellite, and then they tried to call me the bad person. And then they'll try to say something stupid like, they were just trying to weed you out of all the other people in the world. Really, I was born with all kinds of status. These people attacking me And no, I've never done no drugs, not never. But these government people attacking me and trying to stir up problems with their tricks and trying to frame me, or their activities of trying to entrap me. Like, for instance, their government agents have approached me before and tried to make me buy drugs. I've never bought drugs in my entire life. Never done drugs either. But their government agents are a bunch of pushers and liars and con artists. And drinking is legal, but I don't drink very much anyways, you know. But I've been a bartender in California and, you know, worked in different jobs and stuff like that. But I don't really drink, you know. Just, you know, I don't really drink. But in reference to people in general, these government people burning my face, burning my teeth, these government satellite men trying to steal my identity. It even tells in government, if you are in government, don't try to steal my identity. But obviously, where are the people that are supposed to arrest those people in government that are trying to steal my identity? And hello, Treasury Department, and hello, Alan Greenspan, and hello, other people of the Treasury, and many things of importance. But in reference to, and hello, Deeds Departments nationwide, and hello, England and France and Italy. You know, the real protocols in the media. It says who my parents are, it says who I am. And in reference to, it's in every movie, every single movie you've seen from the studios. It's in every television show, every newscast. And it tells you who I am. It tells you who my parents are. And it tells you things that I own. I mean, you can look up the information. It's, you know, it's coded in some ways because, you know, birthmarks, beating marks, and scars that I've had when my parents was alive. But, you know, in reference to the media and in reference to dirty government trying to make up lies, you know, it even tells you that in reference to a government man trying to hurt me or trying to attack me or trying to steal my wealth or land or properties, they have to face prosecution where they can get impeached from their career of politics. Or if they're a cop, or they're a CIA man impersonating a cop, or if there's some other branch of government trying to make up lies to try to frame me. They must get charged for their crimes. You know, government's a very dangerous entity of organized abuses of their activities with their satellites. Oh, there's no doubt the American government's a very dangerous, scary, abusive group of individuals that are liars and cheats and thieves and grave robbers. Oh, there's no doubt about that. There's a bunch of dirty, sick government people. Oh, yes, there is. And there's been a lot of them in government for a long time, I guess you'd say. Obviously, since 76. And before 76. So in reference to the activities of government, you know, and hello, Beverly Hills Police Department, how you doing? I thought you guys were going to help me move. I haven't received a goddamn thing in the fucking postal mail. And hello, Beverly Hills Dentist Office, and hello, Screen Actors Union, and Directors Union, and Writers Union. Haven't received anything in the mail. I don't know if you delivered anything anywhere, because nobody's handed me nothing, so I didn't receive anything. And in reference to people trying to change documents, my DNA is one of a kind. My DNA is the same as my mother and father. One of a kind. And it's on record as one of a kind, too. Hello, Canada and the Royal Abode System, rare genetic documentation of identities. So in reference to the information, these government people, and hello, North Carolina, how's everybody doing? Hello, Vegas, hello, Chicago, hello, Canada, hello, friendly cities and states, lots of things of importance. Hello, America and friendly countries, you know, lots of things of importance. But, you know, in reference to the information, you know, I'm trying to get home to my mother and father's mansions. These government people have tried to slander my character in Indiana. They tried to persecute me, like, because my parents was rich. And then that satellite man, they're people trying to tell me, like, they act like they're trying to force me to give away things. No, I can't give nothing away. My parents got murdered. Any person in a satellite control room that's abusing me, they're obviously the extortionists. They're obviously the thieves. They're obviously the tricksters. And those government people must get prosecuted. I am a historic document of my mother and father's estates. And the royal protocol in the media is there. It's been there the whole time. And these government people trying to play this estrangement game, blocking me from my mother and father's mansions that the government and their agents had kidnapped me from. And then they tried to hijack the land and the area where they tried to get their government agents into stolen mansions that they tried to steal. It's criminal activity of government. Hello, Treasury Department and embassies, the Supreme Court. Lots of things of importance.